You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, January 23rd, and we have got a great show for you today. We're going to talk some local weather, see what's happening out there. Last week we had some changes going on, got some great snowfall, see what's in store this week. We'll take a look at a camp for cancer patients. We'll also take a look at taxes with Jackson Hewitt's Chief Tax Information Officer. Hour one of Good Morning Vail starts right now. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look at that local weather outside. 22 degrees when you get up this morning, a high today of 42. So the temperatures are definitely going to warm up. Snow, 20% chance. We got a little bit of flurries yesterday. We'll see kind of what happens today. Looking at Vail by the hour, those warmer temperatures, noon 36 degrees, 4 o'clock 36 degrees before it starts to get a little bit cooler outside. But overall, nice temperatures out there today if you're going to enjoy some skiing or snowboarding. Look at the I-70 corridor, 51 degrees in Denver, 42 in Vail, 42 in Avon, and 43 over in Eagle. A little bit of cloud cover coming in and out of there, but should be a beautiful day. Tonight, low of 16 degrees, 20% chance of snow. Some light winds out of the east, 5 to 10 miles an hour, so not a lot of blowing going on out there, but there is some activity out west. We'll see what that brings us in the next few days. 38 degrees tomorrow, 35, 32 on Friday with some chance of snow on that Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday, that sunshine is going to pop out and give us some beautiful weather to get out there and enjoy the mountains. So we'll see what Thursday and Friday really have to bring for us as that storm front comes in from that west coast. I know right now California and Nevada are getting a lot of rainfall. So we'll see what it brings here to the mountains. In the last 48 hours, nothing really reported over in Beaver Creek as far as snowfall. 134 inches is the season total with a 43-inch base. Great base over there for Beaver Creek. 25 lifts are open, 157 trails. That's 70% of the terrain. We keep seeing that creep up over there in Beaver Creek. More and more terrain opening up. Over in Vail, kind of the same story as far as in the last 48 hours. Nothing reported. 164-inch season total, and as Kim always says, it's all about the base. Over there in Vail, they've got 60 inches as far as the base goes, 30 lifts open, 274 trails. Wow, 98% of the terrain over in Vail. A lot to get out and play on.
A lot to get out and play on. And I have to say, I'm not the one that originally started the All About the Base. We're going to hand that over to Ross.
Nah, I think we're going to stick with you on that.
Well,
we got out to ski a little bit last week.
We did. It was nice.
It's a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful day. A little bit crowded on the slopes, but you can't blame them because the weather was too perfect.
It's just perfect out there.
It really was. But, you mentioned taxes. It's not too early to start that conversation. I'm even getting all of these ads on all of my social media and in my email about how I need to make sure I get my taxes done.
Yeah, we're going to debunk a few myths on filing early versus filing late, and maybe some changes that happened back in 2023 that we need to be mindful of as we file.
As cut and dry as that topic is, I think this will be a really interesting and helpful conversation for sure.
Absolutely.
Now, we've got a lot in store on this Tuesday morning edition. I don't want to fast forward and call it Wednesday, but it is Tuesday. We've got sports with Robbie and so much more. So, you ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Well, hour one, we'll be right back after this. Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, before we dig into this full hour here on Good Morning Vail, we have Robbie with the Tuesday morning sports update. It is all about the basketball, so let's take a look.
All right, thanks for joining us. We had a battle on the hardwood in Edwards as Vail Mountain School made the trip over to Battle Mountain High to take on the boys basketball team. Battle Mountain had been struggling all season as the Huskies have only won one game on the year, but they were looking to turn it around against a solid Gore Rangers team. Three-pointer is no good, but Alex Matthews is there to clean it up for the Huskies. Huskies now back with it working inside. Charlie Strouch. That shot is no good, but he'll clean it up himself and get another 2 points to go. Vail Mountain School now trying to make something happen. Brody Provencher will move in and get this one to drop in off the glass for the Gore Rangers. Strouch on the other end will try his luck from mid-range and sink this one for the Huskies. Battle Mountain now back with the ball, and Jackson Wansley will let it fly from three. That sinks, and a Gore Rangers timeout is called. Later on, Kits Pravetsky catches this one on the perimeter, throws it up inside, and gets the friendly bounce. Then Wansley will find Bo Suman on the arc. He'll take his chances and make the Gore Rangers pay with the three ball. A fast break allows Blake Roberts to go coast to coast for the easy two. Then on the other end, Provencher goes to work in the paint and gets both the bucket and the whistle. Then the Gore Rangers will do it again, this time with Charlie Vidal in the paint. Vail Mountain School fought hard, but they were no match for neighboring Battle Mountain as the Huskies would get the huge win at home. Now over in Gypsum, Eagle Valley boys basketball took on Grand Junction, and they were looking to extend their 4-game win streak to 5 active wins in a row. With only one loss in the new year, Eagle Valley boys basketball was looking to knock off Grand Junction, but this game was going to be a dogfight for the Devils. Eagle Valley with the ball in the first half. They find Brian Fontana behind the arc. He'll fire for three and get it to go for the Devils. Eagle Valley looking good early, but Edison Dean will answer with a contested two on the other end for Grand Junction. Tigers back with the ball. They'll find Joda Medina all alone behind the line. He fires the three but misses. Have no fear though, as he gets the missed bucket cleaned up by his teammate Brady Page. A missed three for Eagle Valley will cause Dylan Zoller to elevate. He grabs the rebound, puts it back up, and scores for the Devils. Another missed three lands in the lap of Brady Page of Grand Junction. He'll go back up with the ball and have another cleanup job complete for the Tigers. Grand Junction back with it. They'll move it around to Dean, who drives and fires from mid-range and secures the bucket and whistle for a trip to the line for the potential three-point play. Eagle Valley looking to answer. After setting a block, Fontana will make himself available on the perimeter. He fires the three and sinks it for the Devils. Aiden Phelan will get a quick one to drop off the glass for the Devils, but Grand Junction will surge back with Brett Wyotek. He takes this one all the way to the basket, going coast to coast, and secures another bucket for Grand Junction. Later, the rebound is missed by the Devils, and it is taken away by Tyson Lafambre, who goes all the way to the basket, secures the 2 points, and gets the whistle for the Tigers, getting that and one opportunity as he was dragged to the floor. Eagle Valley put together a good show at home, but was unable to complete the job as they fall to Grand Junction. Now, Eagle Valley High girls basketball also took to the court, and they were looking for a win over Grand Junction as well.
Eagle Valley High girls basketball has been in a bit of a slump lately as the team has lost 3 games straight, but the Devils were looking to turn it around at home against Grand Junction. In the first half, McKenna Young will let it fly from beyond the arc, and that'll drop in good for the Grand Junction Tigers. Storming down the court now, it's Josie Fitzsimmons, and she means business as she maneuvers her way straight to the basket to give the Eagle Valley Devils the smooth layup. Eagle Valley will continue to keep up the strong game in the paint as Abby Talbot patiently waits for an opportunity to strike. She does and makes the Tigers pay with another bucket in the paint. Grand Junction now moving it around. Genovesa Lane finds an open lane to the basket, gets the bucket to go, and a whistle to earn herself a trip to the charity stripe. Moving over to the second half, Devils all business with Reef Kinney, who secures the fast break bucket. Then they'll find Kinney again alone on the arc. She fires, and that three is good for the Devils. Eagle Valley starting to heat up, but Grand Junction will answer. Lauren Kelly will handle this one herself and take it all the way to the basket, through Devil traffic, and secure the bucket for the Tigers. Kinney, now on the inbound, will find Talbot, who goes up strong with the ball and gets the bucket to go off the glass for Eagle Valley. Whistle blows, and she'll secure a trip to the line for a three-point play opportunity. Devils now back on the attack. They find Kinney again behind the line. She'll fire and knock down another three for Eagle Valley. Eagle Valley playing together as one unit and takes down Grand Junction to end their 3-game skid, and now sits at 5-7 on the year.
Now we'll go back to Edwards as Vail Christian boys basketball. They took on Cap Rock Academy, and we've got those highlights for you now. The Saints on a 3-game active losing streak, but head coach Andrew Newman and the team were looking to change that. First quarter, Cap Rock Academy moving the ball around the court until it finds its way to Jace Templeton, who makes a difficult shot drop in from under the basket. Vail Christian now at the rock. Hunter Gilbert drives inside and tosses up the floater, and it drops in for the Saints. Eagles now on the attack, heading down the court. Zach Jordan spinning in the paint, secures the bucket for Cap Rock Academy. Saints now with the ball. The team captain, Will Newman, catches it on the perimeter and drops one in from 3 to give Vail Christian an early lead. The Saints will start to feel themselves from range as Newman connects with Wyatt Fisher, who knocks down another triple for Vail Christian. Caprock Academy will get an easy one off the glass from Templeton, but Newman will answer on the other end for the Saints as he banks this one off the glass. The Saints will not go away though as Jordan gets this one to go off the glass for Caprock Academy, making it look easy as he was able to go right to the basket. The Saints will then commit a costly turnover as Alex Spinu picks off Ryan Romanin and goes coast to coast for the Eagles layup. Vail Christian starting to slip late in the second quarter against Caprock Academy as Reed Struwe goes right to the basket for another Eagles 2 points. Justin Swank enters the game for the Eagles, and he knocks down the triple to take the lead in the second quarter for Caprock Academy. On the other end, Fisher misses everything, but his teammate Schaefer Dodds is there to clean it up and gets the points for Vail Christian. Caprock Academy now driving down court with Swank. He misses, but it's cleaned up by Corwin Watts, who earns a trip to the line. Caprock Academy would take a 23-20 lead into the locker room at halftime, but the Saints would come out in the second half and get the job done. Vail Christian handles Caprock Academy 59-39 and improves to 3-5 on the season. Well, the latest edition of the men's AP Top 25 College Basketball Poll has released. Colorado State men's basketball is back in the AP Top 25 after winning last week against Air Force and UNLV. The Rams reside at number 24 in the country on the AP Top 25 poll. Now, they got games on Wednesday against Nevada and a game Saturday against Wyoming. So there's room for them to move up on this poll with 2 wins on the week. CU is not on the poll, but they received 1 vote to get back in.
Well, it's good to see Colorado State back in the top 25, and maybe they'll continue to climb that ladder as the season progresses. But make sure to continue coming back to us for all the latest sports coverage here in the Valley and beyond. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who had worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We talk about in the Valley all these different things, whether you're skiing and snowboarding, there's an epic pass. If you're getting from the airport, there's an epic shuttle. But there's one thing that deserves a lot of attention, and that is an epic experience. And I'm here with Colin Farrow with Epic Experiences. Tell me about exactly what you do, because it is nothing short of amazing.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Epic Experience, we empower adult cancer survivors and thrivers through outdoor adventure. And we do this through regional one-day programs. We do it through our newest innovative program, Thrive VR, which is bringing virtual reality experiences to patients while they're in treatment in a cancer center. And our pinnacle program are our week-long adventure camps, just right down the road here in Sweetwater. And we bring adult cancer survivors to the mountains to where they can be able to live outdoors, connect with other survivors, and live beyond cancer, as we like to say.
Yeah. Well, let's step back a little bit. Where did the vision come from for this, and how did it get started?
So the vision came from my mom. My mom, Nancy, really wanted to be able to support the cancer community. Reason being is we were hit by cancer firsthand as a family. While my brother and I were in college down in the Front Range, he was diagnosed in 2007 with testicular cancer. And so my mom wanted to ensure that, nobody else was going to go through that deep, dark place like my brother did, really not during the cancer treatment, but really once they said, you're good, he's trying to figure out, what does this look like, right? What does good mean? And so my mom, Nancy, decided in 2012 to found Epic Experience, in which we can be able to provide a place, a family, a home for cancer survivors so they can feel connection.
Well, where exactly now is this camp located?
Yeah, so 7W Ranch is where we are. Technically it's gypsum, but it's in the community of Sweetwater. And so we're able to play on 215 acres, backed up to National Forest land. So it's a beautiful, serene setting that even if we were sitting there not doing any of the fun adventures or anything like that, the setting itself is very healing.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier before the show about the healing power of a good adventure and the perspective it can give to people. And we've got some things up on the website talking about the mission, Life Beyond Cancer. But where did the campers?
So really, early on in the years, it
was. Where they find you?
Exactly. We were recruiting a little bit more. Now it's gotten to the point where the word has gotten out, and our wait list has grown significantly. In the past 2.5 years, we have had over 1,900 applicants for what is about 80 high to where just people, I think, are looking for something within their cancer journey, and we're just trying to provide that something. And I think people go, oh, I like the outdoors, I like the mountains, and I get to be around people that maybe get what I'm going through.
Right.
And so it's, our wait list has become quite large, which is why we've added some of these other programs to support the community, since we can't get everybody there all at once.
Now, Colin, what's the age group of campers? You said adult campers. What's that age group range?
Yeah, so ours has been 18 all the way up to 80.
Okay.
And I just wrapped up a camp on Saturday, and I had 2 different campers say to me, age is just a number. One was 72, one was 59, and they just loved it. They're like, I just got to do brand new experiences that I've never done before.
Yeah.
And prove to themselves, I'm stronger than I thought I was.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I'm sure from what you said with your waiting list, those campers are all across the United States, different income levels and whatnot. community. You talk about a community earlier, and we were speaking about a community isn't just people that are located in the same geographical area. It's people that come together for a common cause, a common reason, or in this case, to just open up and experience something and maybe finally be able to talk about something going on within them other than the cancer.
Yeah, we really were trying to build a family dynamic. I shared earlier that my mom always wanted the big family. Well, it's not always blood, and it happened through this epic experience family that her vision created. And so it's amazing where we have online support groups, or we just find folks that are looking for somebody that has a similar diagnosis, and we go, oh, we have a camper that we can introduce you to. And next thing you know, they're able to come together, and they weren't even at the same camp. I just had an experience at this past camp that for myself was a blessing. My brother was also diagnosed with a benign brain tumor. I had not met anyone with the same brain tumor until this last camp. I just happened to overhear a camper talking about it. And she's like, it wreaks more havoc than my cancer did. And I'm like, this sounds really familiar. And as she's talking, she goes, I just want to meet someone. And I go, my brother has the same thing. She's like, oh my God, both of us just get chills, right? And it's that connection. And that one just was so close to home, obviously, because that's the reason that I'm a part of this organization, the reason that my mom founded the organization. And so we really just want to make sure that, again, we can connect one another. But even if it's not that direct, people come to this larger Epic Experience family, are part of one of these, channels that we have for open for communication where it's hundreds in there.
Right.
And they're able to talk to each other and say, oh, Tuesday, I went cross-country skiing too. Oh yeah, the theme of hope. We talked about that too on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so we make sure that the structure of each camp is similar for that relatability for each camper.
Right. Now, the camp itself is a week long. And walk me through what a day in the life of a camper is. What do they talk about? How do they support each other? What kind of experiences do they have?
So, as far as each day, we have, start with some meals here or there, but we have small group discussions in the morning in which we split off into 3 or 4 groups. Just a way to connect a little bit deeper with folks. Might not even be about cancer, right? But we always say we're peer-to-peer support. Sometimes we just don't talk about where we're at with life, and cancer is a part of that, but it's not all of that.
Right.
And so we go in, we connect there, then we're going to go out and play. So might go out for a snowshoe trek around the ranch, around the pond. I'll show people beautiful aspen groves, and the legend of a bear tree at the ranch is always a fun one, showing people how high bears can actually climb. And then we'll come back in, take a little break, and we'll go out and do another activity in the afternoon. And so a really fun one is sledding. We go sledding down the driveway. It's about a half-mile driveway. We've been clocked, we'll just say, by the ranch hand, around 20 to 25 miles an hour. I do require helmets for that one, but that's a lot of fun to be able to go out and play.
Yeah.
And then we'll go cross-country skiing. Those are some of the winter programs, but we do summer camps as well. And we'll go rafting, kayaking, horseback riding, hiking. And it's all just to live, play in nature, experience, hey, you know what, I'm stronger than I thought I was, but do it with people that understand where you're at that moment. And sometimes it's spoken, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
But that healing power of adventure really can help open up emotionally as well as physically, proving to yourself what you can do.
Wow, that's incredible. A lot of nature being infused into this camp, but then you've taken it a step further. You've put nature into technology that kind of helps the campers once they leave and go through something different.
Yeah, I think I'm nuts for doing this, but here we are, 3.5 years later. So during COVID, we were trying to figure out what was next. Luckily, all of our supporters let us keep our funds during that time. And my mom and I had the crazy idea 7, 8 years ago to go, we should do some virtual reality videos of activities to do at camp. How cool would it be? And it just happened that our budget opened up. Our week-long programs were on hold, and so we put those funds into Thrive VR. And Thrive VR, we created custom virtual reality content in which we're bringing adventure, nature, and community to patients while they're getting treatment in the cancer center. Because not everybody can get to our camps right off the bat. It's not just because of our wait list, but also just the fact that, accessibility might be a struggle as far as is now the right time medically for you to come to 8,500 feet away from your care team. Are you feeling strong enough to come with where you're at in treatment? And so Thrive VR, we took those adventure-based videos and we built mindfulness tones over the top to resonate with them while in treatment. Wow. So rafting, you're gonna go rafting down Glenwood Canyon, and as you're rafting, there's a concept of being talked about of team. And so you think about it, puts you in a place to think about these 8 people that are helping paddle with you, but think about your team as far as your care team, your caregiver at home, your medical staff, and how you can lean on them and rest when you need to. And so, that's really what Thrive VR is about. My favorite video is myself and 6 cancer survivors sitting around the campfire, like we would at campfire at camp, talking about the concept of if you knew then, what you know now. Right. And so if someone's getting treatment, they can feel validated, heard, understood, and again, have that community support to say, wow, like they're speaking right to my heart, and I feel like I'm a part of this conversation. When you can be in that setting versus looking at a port line or an IV bag in the sterile environment of a cancer center.
Right. Well, where does someone go to find out more information on Epic Adventures? So epicexperience.org, that is our website link. Okay. We have a lot of great things there. We have a great fundraiser coming up in Denver. But epicexperience.org, or you can email us at info@epicexperience.org. And we'd love to just talk with you and share more about our mission and how you can help, or how you can also refer somebody to come and play with us out in nature. Well, Colin, thank you for taking your mom's vision and embracing it, your passion, everything that goes along with it. So Epic Experience for all these epic adventures. Go check them out. There's a big fundraiser coming up at the Four Seasons in Denver. Go to the website, get some more information on that, because what a better way to help a community within a community. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. There is a movie out called Weak Layers, and Gretchen had the opportunity to sit down with one of the stars to find out a little more about the movie itself and a little bit of information behind the scenes. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I am fangirling a little hard, I cannot lie. Avid skier right here, and so stoked to talk to Katie Burrell. How are you doing, Katie? Director and actor in the new film, and it is Weak Layers. I am very excited.
Thanks for having me, Gretchen. It's really fun to be here. I'm actually very happy to be home in Revelstoke, BC. I've been on the road touring around various screenings of the film. In the US and some stops in Canada as well. And I feel like I've been gone for a month, but it's only been a couple of weeks.
Right? Well, Weak Layers is getting such a good kind of following a vibe. I've heard about it now for months. And I'm so excited because obviously in these mountain towns of ours, we love to shred, we love to ski. And I know this is all about skiing, being on the mountain, and it has a really good like girl-based vibe to it. Can you tell us a little bit what the film is about?
Totally. We wanted to make the next hot dog or the next Aspen Extreme or the next Hot Tub Time Machine, you know, have a sort of progressive throwback, a harkening back to those iconic 80s, 90s ski comedies. But we wanted to do it with a fresh take. And so having women at the center of the story this time felt like a really modern approach to that classic kind of culty-esque film that we love so much. It really gave us like, you know, a sort of current look at life in a ski town, the underdog story, the women's story within this context that we've seen before. So it felt like we were doing something differently. And we also wanted to make sure that there was, you know, really authentic kind of ski culture. Yes. And it felt like a movie that came from skiing to Hollywood, not the other way around, where people are carrying their skis upside down and, you know, nobody's hair is wet.
Yes. Well, and I have to tell you, I don't mean to interrupt, but that's one thing I love just from watching the trailer, watching a little bit. I love the lingo, the vibe. I was telling people earlier today, I felt like this could be any ski town, not even just Tahoe. It could be, you know, in Utah. It could be in Colorado. It could be in California. I felt like I lived this life a couple years ago, 100%. I mean, I should be rocking my beanie right now and my neon onesie because that's usually what I'm wearing on the mountain. But I love that you get it and you feel like, oh my gosh, this is so my town. This is my ski town. I am that woman. I've been there, you know?
Yeah, the relatability and authenticity factor was big for us. And I mean, I can't give myself too much credit here because a lot of it is just lived experience. I also was, you know, in my early 20s living in a bunk bed shared with one of my girlfriends, and my other two girlfriends were living on mattresses on the floor side by side in the second room in our house, and we got into all kinds of trouble skiing and partying and you know, leaving empties all over our house and not being tenants that have ever existed in the history of time, and just having so much fun. Like, we could not stop having fun. And it was such a reckless and dangerous and exciting and outrageous period in our lives. And having this film kind of like celebrate that, but also celebrate the fabric of the other kinds of people in ski towns. And, you know, instead of just celebrating our heroes, like those of us standing on the top of summits, this is also, you know, the baker, the coffee shop owner, the snowplow driver, the ski nanny, the bartenders, like the people that really make these ski towns hum, and having kind of an ode to the life lived in these places. And funnily enough, like, they're everywhere. You know, it's not just Tahoe. This kind of microcosm of life in a ski town or the individuals in a ski town, there's such archetypes, and we think we're so unique, but really the ski towns are just kind of carbon copies of each other all the way across the world.
It's so true, because I agree with you what you're saying 100%. There are those people in every ski town, and we're the color in the ski town, and people in these towns make it pop, and they make it what it is. And that's what's so cool about living. It's a different vibe, and I love that you definitely nailed that. Now, it's so cool because the character's living in a van. Is that correct at the beginning? Okay.
That's right. The three girls get evicted from their rental house, and they are forced to live in a van.
Which I love that. I love that because I want to do that at some point. And then I love that it's 72 hours to produce this film, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
The pressure cooker of a time constraint was fun to play with. With this whole metaphor of the weak layer within ourselves, and when under load, we would crack and quote unquote slide.
I love it.
And so the 72-hour ski film competition that Cleo, my character, and her two friends, Tina and Lucy, find themselves in is something that actually we see a lot of in ski towns. The 48-hour photography competition,
yes.
The 72-hour film competition, and so, having had friends in them, having participated in them myself, I really wanted to kind of tease or roast that kind of an event. And so Cleo and her friends sort of semi-accidentally end up in this ski film competition, 72-hour hot laps. It's called LAPSE. Little pun for you, but they're up against their heroes. They're up against the most famous skiers and ski filmmakers in the world, and they're three, nobodies.
Yeah.
And then the rest unravels, and you'll have to see the movie to see what
Well,
happens.
and Katie, I love this too, not to take it to a deep level, but I love right now with the weight of the world and everything going on, and there is a heaviness. I love that this is coming out right now, because I think as a whole, we really need this laughter, this love, this vibe, kind of this light energy for a minute. So I really commend you and thank you for doing it, truly, because I was on the drive over here, I was thinking about that. I was like, gosh, there's a lot of heaviness out there right now, and really the beauty of film is to be taken away for a minute, and what a better way, so thank you.
I mean, yeah, skiing and snowboarding and playing in the mountains is a privilege, and
100%.
We're so lucky to do it, and it's an escape, and it has a real childlike kind of joy to it, and I think just being able to celebrate that and recognize how lucky we are to have access to that. It's also a part of the film,
Yeah, I'm so stoked. Okay, so Katie, let us know, where has the film already been? Where is it playing right now? Because I know it's all over. It's going everywhere.
Yeah, it opened in 125 theaters,
Wow.
100 in the U.S. and then 25 in Canada this week. The Canadian release was delayed by about a week to the U.S. release. And I got to check out screenings. Oh, sorry, that's my dog.
You're so good. I have two at home. I get it. You're good.
Of course. Can we pause? Because I'll just shut the door.
Yeah, you're fine.
Way to go. Way to go. You ruined that for everybody.
Hey, that's ski town too. I get it. I totally get it.
Dog lovers. Yeah, totally. Teddy is actually in the movie. So
oh, right on. There you go. Another character.
He just wanted to have a shout out but, for his cameo. But I got to check out screenings in Reno and Tahoe and Aspen and Los Angeles and Salt Lake City, and it's currently still in Crested Butte. It's opening in Vail, Red Lodge, Montana, handful of other spots in the U.S., and then currently is in Toronto and Calgary, Vancouver, Revelstoke, Golden. It's doing the circuits in Canada and Vancouver, and we're just so excited to have had, lots of theaters full and full houses and audiences really excited about the movie, and it's blowing my mind actually, like how many people have come to the theater, how many theaters we opened in, like how many people love the movie. It's like, what? I thought maybe
Yeah, I was going to say, I think just having met you like this, you have such great energy, and the film obviously portrays that as well. I think it's just such a brilliant time for this film, and I'm so excited. I know, it's neat because I don't think you need to even really understand this ski town. Obviously, if you do, or if you've lived in it, it's even more real and more funny because you're like, yep, I remember it. And it takes your mind back to those memories. But I truly feel like even just sitting there and watching it, it's something that everyone can get into, which I love as well.
Yeah, I think the Cleo Brown experience of feeling like an underdog and feeling like an outsider and feeling like you're not good enough is a universal experience. And it's not just explicit to the ski industry. It's very, it's a common experience for so many of us. And so I think that whether or not you're a skier, you can also plug into the story of personal growth, the friendship story, the love story, the antagonist story, the getting out of your own way story,
Yes.
and feel like there's something for everyone in the movie.
Well, Katie, Week Layers, I know everyone's so excited. Where can people go check out to see if their city is going to be playing it? And if not, where can they go check it out?
You can check out our full list of theaters on Greenwich Entertainment's website, or weeklayers.com has also a full list of theaters. And on February 4th, we'll be available on Amazon Prime and Apple TV.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. I'm stoked. I'll be sending you all the pictures from every single show I go to.
You have to.
Oh, I will.
I love seeing folks out at the theater. It's so fun.
Well, we appreciate you so much. And thank you for making this film. And I hope to meet you in person one day soon.
Me too. Hopefully on the slopes in Vail.
I would love it. Have a great one, Katie. And thank you so much.
Thanks, Gretchen.
And keep it right here. We have more of the show to come.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. It is that time of year you've got to start talking about getting your taxes ready. I'm joined here, Mark Stieber, Chief Tax Information Officer for Jackson Hewitt Tax Services. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. Wonderful time of year. Go get that refund time.
Yeah, and it's time. I mean, this is something I honestly get excited about. There's refunds out there to be had. There's some changes. Maybe, through our conversation here, we can let the viewers know of some opportunities, maybe to get more of that refund back.
There's a lot of places to look this year and every year, and it comes in the way of tax changes and life changes. So there's a lot to watch out for.
Well, let's talk first of all about timing. There's a lot of myths out there about, I should wait and file later. I don't want to file early. Help me debunk some of those. What's the best option for someone?
I've never understood it. I do not understand it today, but you are exactly correct. My number one myth is I'll worry about my taxes later. I'm either getting a refund and I don't have to worry about it, or I owe and I really am going to worry about it later. But the simple fact of the matter is 100 million people, 3 out of 4 get a refund this year and every year. So first tip, file your taxes as early as you can and get your money. It's that simple. You don't want to wait till April to get your money. Get your money now. It's a smarter way to go. But second, and equally, if not more important, when you file your taxes with the IRS or with your state, you lock up your data with the IRS. You lock up your name and your social, your spouses if you have one, and dependents if you have those. If you file your taxes, you lock up your data. So some schemer or stealer bought your data out on the dark web can't file in front of you and steal your refund. So file early, get your money. File early, lock up your data. Third, and this is that other myth, I don't have money to pay and I know I'm going to pay, and a lot of people do owe this time of year, more so than in the past, side gig income, crypto gains. But the fact of the matter is, if you file early, you figure out how much that is. Then you have more time to raise it. And the most important point is, if you file your taxes, you lock up your data like we just talked about, but you still don't have to pay until April 15th or tax day. Filing is separate from paying. So you don't have to wait to file your taxes to protect your data or to figure out how much you owe or to have to pay. So file now, lock up your data, file now, get a refund, and if you owe, you still have April 15th. And finally, in a spirit of giving at Jackson Hewitt anyway, we're giving back to those that are hardest working. We have a double your refund sweepstakes where we'll double your refund up to $10,000 for 2 lucky weekly winners, and you can get more money. And there's another 20 or so second place winners. So file early, get your money. File early, lock up your data. File early to find out how much you owe, and you still don't have to pay till April. And file early to participate in the Jackson Hewitt Double Your Sweepstakes, contest. It's just that simple.
That's great information, Mark. And who would not want to double their refund? That's
early
awesome.
Refund.
Yeah, early refund, early. Now, you mentioned something interesting. Get all that stuff out there. Get your side hustle. If you've got a side hustle going, a lot of people have started that. So how does that work differently now with people being paid through PayPal or Venmo or some other option?
Well, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news first, it's complicated. Keeping up with your stuff, keeping up with your income, keeping up with your deductions, your credits, your elections. And the good news is there's so many great rules in the tax code, you don't want to overlook those. Because here's more bad news. If you leave off a deduction, if you leave off a credit, if you leave off an election that could have lowered your taxes, the IRS is not in the go make sure it's all good for you business. They will not be sending you more money. You need to do some work, and your tax pro can do some work. So if you started a side gig during the pandemic just because you had to make ends meet, but you were good at it or you liked it, keep up with that. There are some really great deductions that I see every time overlooked, ranging from automobile to internet to computer to cell phone to gifts to, the list goes on and on. But you leave it off, it stays off, and you'll pay too much in tax. And it's that simple. So if you've got a side gig, full or part-time, large or small, make sure you use a pro. That can lower your taxes and jumpstart your side gig business.
So Mark, for people to get ready for that Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro to help them with that early refund, how do you stay organized? What are some great tips throughout the year so you're ready for this date and you can file early?
Another one of those myths, you don't need an administrative assistant, a 4-drawer file cabinet, or some artificial intelligence regenerative support. Keep it simple. The shoebox works, the envelope works, the PandaFlex folder works. Just keep it simple that works for you or you and your spouse so you know where your documents are. I personally like 4 sections. an income section with your income items, your W-2s, 1099s, side gig revenue, broker statements, crypto gains, whatever your income items are. Second section, your deductions and your credits. Things that you can deduct on your tax return. Mortgage interest if you own a home, charitable donations, medical, state income taxes, state property taxes, student loan interest if you have student loans, but your deductions section. Section 3, keep up with those life changes. They're more common than you think, and they're a lot more bigger every year. Got married, got a child, adopted a child, started back to college, started a side gig income, expanded something. You know, keep that third section for your life changes and talk to your pro about them. And finally, fourth, other things that you may think may impact your tax return, but you just don't know. Put it there, ask your pro, including last year's tax return, a great jump starter or roadmap for kicking off this year's taxes. But keep it simple, keep the envelope, and if your pro doesn't like it when you walk in with that and you get the grimace, then you might not have the right pro. Make sure somebody enjoys helping you with your taxes, and go find somebody who does if you don't have the right person right now.
Now, with all these changes, life changes and whatnot, what are some things from 2023 that people may need to focus on that may have changed from the prior year?
Well, as I say, there were a lot of legislative changes. In particular, the green energy credits came to be late in the year, so they didn't even get a lot of publicity. So if you bought an alternative fuel vehicle, if you did some home improvements, storm windows, insulation, fuel pump, water heater, insulation, or even an energy study, look to the green energy. But more important than what's different last year from a tax return standpoint, what's different in your world? Look back on your year and say what was different, because that won't be on last year's tax return, and that may require a dialogue or even some record, creation. And you don't want to do that at midnight on April 15th to find out you now qualify for the home office. Well, how big is your home office? How much space? How much were your expenses? So you want to do that early, especially if you had one of those events like taking care of your dependent parents more during the year, and now they're your dependent. And so you've got a whole host of new records to go get. So look to your year and what was different from 2022 to 2023, and ask your pro and do it early just in case you do need a bit more time.
Well, Mark, you got me excited. I want to file early now. Where can I go to get some more information?
Well, there's a lot of information out there on the internet. I like our website at jacksonhewitt.com because a lot of my stuff's there. Tax tips, checklists on what to do to get started or what to bring to your pro, some videos, frequently asked questions on common topics, and a whole lot more. But most importantly, put your zip code in the little box. Up pops the map with all the little offices that are near you. Click on one to make an appointment. Click on it to get the address and walk right in today and get your taxes done as early as right now. No appointment needed, but get started. JacksonHewitt.com is a great first step.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for sharing all these tricks, tips, and debunking some of those myths that we've all heard over and over again. Get out there and file early is the message of the day. Get to JacksonHewitt.com and check out all the stuff that they've got going on. Get those taxes going. Thanks again, Mark.
Absolutely. Get your money. It's your money.
We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Welcome to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw, here in beautiful Eagle, Colorado at the gorgeous restaurant Rome. I'm here with Adrian, the
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It is 8 o'clock here on Good Morning Vail, and I'm your host, Kimberly Pro. Kevin Shields in the studio here with me, and this second hour is going to be an interesting one. Glitz and Glam with Gretchen takes a trip down to Eagle to go to the Rome restaurant and learn all about that. Plus, Gretchen had an interview with Weak Layers and all about that movie, which starts and hits theaters this weekend. I've got Kevin asking me all the questions this time around, and much more. So hour 2 of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Well, grab your coffee. It's going to be a fun one today. As Kim pointed out, we're going to have a great show. Lots to go over today. I get to interview her, find out some details. If there's anything you want me to ask her, just text me and I'll throw that on the list. Let's take a look at that local weather first. Getting up today, 22 degrees, a high today of 42. Going to be a nice, balmy day at 42 degrees out there. Light winds out of the west, 5 to 10 miles an hour, and a slight chance of precipitation and maybe some snowfall coming out. Yesterday, we had a few flurries in the sky, not much to measure at all, but just some things to lighten up those slopes. We're looking at Vail by the hour, 36 degrees, starting at noon, going to remain fairly consistent when we see those highs throughout the day. So if you're up there on the slopes, things are going to be really nice. I-70 corridor, 51 degrees and mostly sunny there in Denver, 42 in Vail, 42 in Avon, and 43 in Eagle. So a lot going on over there on that I-70 corridor. Should be a nice drive. Not a lot to worry about. The roads are fairly clear. Some areas on those secondary roads, however, a little bit slippery still. So be cautious out there. Tonight, 16 is going to be the low. Again, a slight chance of snowfall coming down. We'll see what happens. And again, those very light winds. Even though we've got some things happening out west, we'll see if it brings any precipitation this week. We're looking at possibly Thursday, Friday, seeing some snowfall there. So stay tuned. We'll get that weekend ready for you because the weather looks to be absolutely gorgeous. Again, some warmer temperatures, 34 degrees and 41 respectively on Saturday and Sunday. Not too bad on those lows. We were seeing some negative numbers a couple weeks ago, but it's starting to warm up a little bit. As I stated earlier, no snow really reported in the last 48 hours over in Beaver Creek. 134 inches is the season total, 43-inch base depth. So a lot going on over there. 25 lifts spinning, 150 trails open. We're at 70% of the terrain in Beaver Creek. So a lot happening over there in Beaver Creek. More terrain opening up. Nothing again reported over at Vail Mountain, 164-inch as a season total, 60-inch base, 30 lifts are spinning, 274 trails. That's 98. That's 98. That's right. I said 98% of the terrain over in Vail. So almost everything open over in Vail.
It's true. And
all the fun stuff.
All the fun stuff. You know, we're almost 100%. And You know,
Yeah.
0 inches over the last 48
We
hours.
should have a
It's gonna
100% party. We're going to have a 100% party
We
when
are.
that happens.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Kim's going to start planning that. Everybody's invited.
Top hats, all of it.
Oh,
It's gonna be
top
a
hats and
great
canes.
time.
We've got the 100% dance. We're going to work on a little choreography happening.
Yeah, because we live in a place where people like to party and hang
Yeah.
out and have a good time.
Big time.
Celebrate everything, right? All of the wins, even if it's not us making it happen.
Doesn't matter. We're going to celebrate it. We're embracing it.
We really are, but you know, it's going to be a good hour. And speaking of, it's Tuesday, and you're probably starting to plan your weekend. Week Layers, great film, ski
Yes.
movie. It hits Riverwalk Theater this upcoming weekend, so that's going to be great. And
Yeah, if you missed hour one, Gretchen had a great interview with the producer, actor, everything for this. It's going to be an amazing show.
it really is. And then we got some interesting things in store for this next hour. So we'll be back with some more interesting stuff right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
There are so many hidden gems in this valley, and Eagle is home to many of them. Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. She went down to Rome Restaurant in Eagle to talk all things about the restaurant and what they do there. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw, here in beautiful Eagle, Colorado at the gorgeous restaurant Rome. I'm here with Adrienne, the owner and cook of the beautiful Rome in Eagle, Colorado, and she's such a stunning human being. I love your space. I feel honored to be here. I feel like I've known you through lifetimes at this point.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you. And I'm so impressed with your space, and I heard the food even elevates it more. How are you doing, Adrienne?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. And so I want to know, I know a little bit of the background of Rome. How did this beautiful place come to be? How did this all happen, manifest itself?
It was manifested and it worked. I started out as a food truck. And it was called the Roaming Gourmet. We started in Rancho Del Rio for a summer. Right as COVID was at its peak, which was great. Then winter rolled around and we had an opportunity to join the team at Bonfire.
Yes.
So we had our food truck right in front of Bonfire Brewery, which is directly next door to this brick and mortar. And an opportunity came up that the space next to them was open for a restaurant. But the caveat was that there was no kitchen. It isn't zoned for a kitchen. So, ironically, I had a food truck. So we just rolled it around the block and hooked it up. And this is our brick and mortar with a 20-foot food trailer as our kitchen.
Okay, so it truly was meant to be. This was not by circumstance, happenstance.
Yeah, I think so.
That's amazing. And I actually remember the food truck, and you guys were always there were 1 million people around, and it was so popular.
It was great.
And so now do a lot of those people know that this has shifted into? Yes.
Yeah, and it's been 2 years. It'll be 2 years in a couple weeks that we've been at this brick and mortar.
Okay.
And it was 1 full year of the Roaming Gourmet as the food truck.
Right.
We did elevated pub food out of that food truck.
Right.
You know, things like duck tacos and duck confit, things like that. Really nice slow braised meats. We really pushed it. Push the limits.
Well, and that's what I'm so interested in, because I did a little research beforehand and I looked at all the food options, and I know that your menu changes, am I correct, weekly, monthly?
Monthly.
Monthly,
yeah.
okay.
We change our menu monthly, so. And now we have an opportunity to be a little bit more, intricate with the details.
Right.
Instead of just a food truck where it's kind of fast.
Right.
This is more relaxed dining. We can relax a little bit more in preparation, not too much, but a little bit more in preparation. The timing is different, so it allows us to, spend a little bit more time on the menu and spend a little bit more time plating.
But that's a huge deal, a monthly, I don't know any other restaurant, I can't even think of anywhere I've been that does a monthly shift of their menu.
Yeah. It's ridiculous and insane.
I love it. You're like, it's
my
brilliant
poor staff.
And hard.
Yeah, it's really great. And I think that a lot of cooks and people in kitchens get a little bit, it's tiring doing the same dishes over and over again. And I think that I really thought that our guests would want to have the same thing over and over again. And I find that they don't. I find that they're really eager when we change the menu monthly. And our specials are also wonderful. We have specials on top of our monthly changes.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that people have come to expect that let's come as many times as we can this month because it's changing. So we see a lot of repeat guests.
Cool.
It's really fun.
I love that. Well, and I'm so inspired because you let me know that so much of the decor, the alcohol, what you buy as far as like making the food, all of the ingredients, it's very much local based, and your local love and appreciation, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Colorado is an amazing state, and it has so many different, amazing things that it produces or come out of it, from Palisade peaches to bourbons to beers to, some wonderful produce that we get here, our cows, our lamb, our pork. So really, we don't need to look very far. And it's safer, it's cleaner. We know where our food is coming from, which I think more people are being, people are more cognizant of that, as well as me. I never feed my guests anything that I wouldn't ingest myself. So it's important to me that it's clean.
I love that you said that, and I also know that you don't use any hormones in your food, which is huge.
Yeah,
that's a
nothing.
big deal.
I don't believe in it. I think that a lot of our, without getting too crazy and, medical, I just believe a lot of issues health-wise come from eating tainted foods. So,
100%.
and hopefully the world is changing and they're starting to see that, and it used to be very difficult. Even 2 years ago, it was difficult for me to find some foods and meats that weren't, injected with hormones or antibiotics, and it's much easier today to find it.
I felt that shift. You're like, oh, simplistic feeling and idea, but it's truth. What you put in your body is obviously what you're going to get out of it. So.
Yeah, it's very true.
And this is such a beautiful, romantic space. I mean, it's stunning.
Thank
Did you
you.
do the decor?
Yeah,
Did you?
I did. I did.
How this woman is amazing. She does it all. Cooking. She does the decor. You have a gorgeous patio. I would love to hear about that. That's stunning.
Yeah. So we do have limited seating in this space, and when I first looked at it, I was so enthralled with it. I loved how intimate it was, and I thought we could really make this space feel like it could be anywhere. It could be in Italy. It could be in Morocco. It could be in Colorado. It could be anywhere. And that's what I wanted to kind of mirror, was just, it could be anywhere, but it's an intimate, lovely space that you could come on a date, on a first date. You could come with your family. You could come with your friends. And it has like a nice, energetic buzz to it because it is small inside. But we had the opportunity, knowing that there was this big outdoor space that may or may not have been built for that. It may have been built for something else, but we utilized it as an outdoor seating area that enhances our capacity off-season.
And it's gorgeous.
So it really is pretty. It's kind of, we were talking that I kind of, mirrored it after some restaurants in LA, one being Ivy, the Ivy in LA. And I wanted it to feel like there was greenery all around. And again, with an outdoor space, typically they're very wide open and cavernous. The sky is your ceiling. And we still have that in part of it, but we wanted it to feel like there were hanging lights and hanging chandeliers and still very romantic.
I feel like very secret garden vibes with the mountains in the background.
Yeah,
the
it's
backdrop,
so pretty.
You can't do any better than that.
Oh, it is beautiful. People love sitting out there.
Well, and that's brilliant to know, because I do love the space is so small and, well, not even small, intimate, and it does have such good energy, good vibes in here. And you said, though, you can go on open table.
You can.
So that way you know that you definitely have a reservation. And then if there is overflow, you can go out to the patio and enjoy.
Absolutely.
And your bar is amazing as well. I can't get away from that.
It's a great bar. It's a great, the drinks are we're very proud of our cocktails.
Yeah, and you said you have non-alcoholic options and alcoholic options,
We
which
do.
is a huge, I think right now becoming a boom. It's a booming thing.
Yeah, we've had NA Spirits on our shelf since we opened our doors, knowing that, I think part of it was that we were an Eagle and we wanted to attract people from all over the valley, up and down. And driving would be an issue if you were going to have, more than one drink. So we have drinks or NA Spirits on our menu that you can replace a tequila with an NA tequila, replace a bourbon with an NA bourbon.
And I've never even heard of that, to be quite frank with you.
Yeah,
So I'm
they're
sure
really
other people
great.
are going to be,
Yeah, it's really great. And a lot of them are distilled the same way, just it takes the alcohol out. So it's really neat.
Well, I am very excited to come in. Personally, I know I've heard already from certain friends that we both know how amazing the food is. What is your favorite dish to create at this? I know you're always evolving, changing, it's fluid, as far as your food. Is there one thing that you love to make here?
I can't. It's like picking a favorite child.
I know.
I think that we do variations of different types of meatballs and different sauces. So there's that. Whether it's pork or veal or venison, I love creating some sort of a meatball dish, and our guests really, really love it. I do one of my go-tos here, and we just changed the sauce, and it's coming up on the next menu, is our sous vide or slow cooked pork shank. So we're doing a spin on it this month that is more of an Asian spin-off of that. So we'll definitely do that. That's one of my favorites. And I always like to bring back, especially in the wintertime, my Uncle Johnny made a cacciatore dish, an Italian cacciatore dish that was just to die for. And in honor of him and him teaching me that dish, I do repeat that, and our guests love it. So.
Well, you are fabulous. I feel like I made a new bestie today. I adore you. I think your space is stunning. I can't wait to try the food. I've already, like I said, heard amazing things, and I cannot wait to come in. So thank you so much, Adrienne.
We can't wait to serve you.
Keep it right here for more of the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that. Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We've got a lot of great shops out there that are family owned or individual owned from people here in the community. Well, Vail Vibes gets out there and looks at some galleries that are selling some wonderful, wonderful artwork. If you're in the mood or have some extra money you want to spend and hang some things on your wall, we'll take a look.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Avisha Scarborough here. Now if you've spent any time in Vail, you know that we have a vibrant art community here. And the latest addition to that community is a brand new contemporary art gallery with a long family legacy.
When Courtney Olson stepped into the role of curator and gallery director at Relevant Galleries, she was following in her family's footsteps.
My great uncle, Paul Zucker, he moved out from North Dakota to Denver very early on in his career, and he fell into the art world. He loved the art world. He, in his home, he has Moreaus and Picassos and just great, incredible artists. And he is a key collector in Denver in the art scene. And so when he started the gallery business, one of their next openings was actually in Aspen. And so my parents both got involved in that. And then you don't realize when you're sitting at the dinner table how much you pick up when you're little about the art world. And so I just joined 3 years ago. So we're a 3-generation family firm.
Their parent company, AD Galleries, has 11 established galleries throughout the Southwest. Courtney says she got to discover and choose a variety of emerging artists for this location.
That's the fun part. That's the fun part. We are always looking for artists. We probably get about 1,000 artist submissions every single year. And so typically in the springtime, we'll sit down, our executive team and each of our directors at all of our galleries will say, hey, this is what our clientele is wanting, this is what they're needing. And so we'll go through artist submissions, we'll go out to fun artist shows and figure out, who's selling and what are people wanting in the area. Especially big name artists, you want to get attached to those, but then also it's supporting the local artists, it's supporting the emerging artists. Like we just brought in an artist that's right behind me. His name is Jeffrey Gersten. He is definitely, I would say, more of an emerging artist, but incredible oil painter. I mean, his pieces look like photographs, and he is out of Arizona. And so it's that fine balance of showing both sides. So this gallery it's a show gallery. It's meant to show kind of the best work out of, I think we have 6 different artists in here right now. And so really going through and finding those pieces that are that wow factor that people stop and they're like, I want this in my house. Pretty much every single artist we do have in here is extremely contemporary. We have everything from wall sculptures to abstract paintings to one of the top Native American artists that is more that contemporary oil painter in the front. And so it does have a really unique mix where someone could easily choose one from each artist and have their whole home done.
Their sister galleries, Gibb Singleton in Vail and Relevance Denver location, are known for representing the very popular David Yarrow.
He has just very interesting background from going from North American wildlife and South American wildlife into these new storytelling scenes that are very cinematically driven. It's like a little movie set inside of a photograph. We had some clients that actually got to go up to one of his shoots up above Leadville, and he did a Leadville shoot up there, which was pretty incredible. And it was that Southwestern, but it was like Cara Delevingne and a pair of skis walking outside of the saloon, and it's so creative. And I think that's a big part of his work and who he is, but also when you hear him speak, you're like, this man is a genius.
And if you want to meet David Yarrow, Russell Young, or any of the other artists, keep an eye on the Relevant Galleries website for upcoming events.
We're looking forward to doing a lot of incredible events. We have almost every single one of the artists that we have represented in here. We're going to be doing a show with them. We're going to be flying them in for a weekend, doing a show, having live music, bartender, all the fun things that you hope for a gallery show. But we'll be having, and it's really special to be able to meet the artist. And we're a very strong believer in you have to meet the artist to understand the art. When you meet the man behind the magic or the woman behind the magic, that's a whole different story.
Sounds incredible. We can't wait to dive deeper into the art and learn the stories of these talented artists. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping.
Have any personal stories you could share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. One fun thing we really like to do here at the studio is get to know the host better. So I'm sitting here with Kim, and I get to ask her some questions to see, so we can all learn just a little bit more about Kim. Well, good morning.
Are we playing 20 questions, Kevin?
We aren't going to play 20. I've got some good ones up.
Oh boy, rapid fire. I'm
Rapid
ready for
fire,
it.
rapid fire. And I always enjoy working with you. We have so much fun together.
We do.
But how did you get started in the entertainment business?
Yeah, great question. Growing up, I danced all of my life.
Yeah.
So performing has always been part of who I am and ingrained into my being. And after college, I danced for a couple of sports teams, did a lot of media promotion for them on TV, on local news, on the radio, promotions with fans, and lots of different things, plus obviously performing. And I just really kind of naturally thought what was the next step, and pursuing a career in broadcasting and media has been something that I've always wanted to do, so here we are.
Just a performer at heart.
I am.
I love it. I love it. Do you ski or snowboard?
Well, learned how to ski when I was a kid. 10 to 16, I learned on what Robbie, our sports guy, loves to coin the ice coast. I learned in a very small mountain in Virginia, and then I got to take a PE course at the local community college to learn how to snowboard. So I've switched ever since from the age of 16 onward. But want to get back into two sticks too. I've got a pair of skis that I won, so got to put those to use.
Yeah. And I knew the answer to that question because I was lucky enough to go out with you and Robbie, and we took a couple runs this weekend.
We did, lots of fun.
A lot of fun, a lot of fun. All right, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Oh, I love anything Asian. Thai is a big one. I think anything Asian is my favorite. I love sushi. I eat a lot of sushi, especially when my friends come in from out of town.
Yeah.
We always go to sushi restaurants. So if you have any recommendations, I need to know.
All right. Well, around town though, where have you gone around town?
So I've only been to Matsu, but delicious.
Oh, I've only been to Matsu.
I love the vibe there. I love seeing the slopes from the bar, and I love the energy. I think that's a really fun space to be. But yeah, lots of questions.
All right. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie. I actually was thinking about this the other day. So I'm a kind of person where I do not watch movies more than once. However, I love the movie Ready Player One, which is very kind of surprising. I know it's based off of a novel. And it's kind of
I don't know that movie.
It's great. If you love sci-fi movies, I think that one's a really good one.
It's a sci-fi movie.
It is. And I liked Alita Battle Angel. That's also a fun one.
Okay.
I don't know. I like it all. I really like it all.
Favorite actor?
Favorite actor? Yeah. Oh, geez. We are playing rapid fire.
Putting on the spot.
I would say my favorite actor, I have to say, is Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
I love his versatility. He, obviously A Star Is Born. That's a good one. Very sad, but but really
But
impressive.
a great remake of a movie.
It is. It really is. But I just watched recently. He starred in a movie called Burnt, and it's about him as a a washed-up chef and how he revitalizes his career. I love food movies. Obviously, you see me in the kitchen a lot here, so it's definitely a passion of mine.
Nah, it was a great movie. I like Burnt. One of my favorites. Favorite song?
Depends on my mood. One of my dream jobs was to be putting soundtracks together for movies, because I love how music really, it kind of completes the vibe, whether it's in the movie or if you're at a party, or just it sets the tone for whatever it is that you're doing, if you're hosting a party, or I don't know, I just love music. So I'd say my favorite song, one that I really love to fist bump to, is the Rihanna song "We Fell in Love." Love that song.
All right.
Learning a lot about me here.
Learning a lot about you.
Oh, I've got a wide range, though. I'm really into Cody Johnson, country music artist.
Yeah.
I love his work right now. He's got a song called "The Painter" that I just think is very sweet, and it's just a really nice homage to his wife, and so I love that song. It puts me in a good place.
Okay.
I don't know. It really just depends on my mood. I listen to a lot during the day when I'm doing some work. I listen to a lot of coffee house jazz in the background.
All right. First concert.
First concert. I don't know if I'm going to date myself or not, but Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a little crowd surfing. My mom did not like that when I told her
I
after
bet.
the show.
I bet. Favorite color? Red. Next question.
Not true. Purple.
No. Purple.
Purple. I do like red, though. It's
You were a
close
Barney
second.
fan. Did you watch Barney?
Yeah.
You know?
I might have been in the in-between to watch Barney,
Yeah.
so I don't know if I was too old for that or too young. Can't remember exactly the era.
All right.
Without giving my age away.
Well, when you're not in front of the camera, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies?
Yep, big one. Obviously here, I moved here for TVA and also to snowboard. I love the winter sports, the atmosphere that you get during the winter. It's just a really fun way to hang out with friends and push yourself physically. Dancing is a big one, any kind of dance. So when I'm not here, I'm usually out traveling somewhere, and I've gone to a lot of Western swing dancing halls, like country line dancing. I like to go to really anywhere that I can dance. My brother and I, we used to salsa dance and swing dance together. So if you give me an option to dance, I'm dancing.
You're on the dance floor.
I really am. But
First one on the dance floor.
That
Got
is
it.
true. I'm an excellent +1 to any sort of wedding or party. I will get the party started
Okay.
if you need people on the dance
All right.
floor.
Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in Fredericksburg, Virginia, about 2 hours, or I'd say an hour south of DC, hour north of Richmond. So right smack in the middle, small town at the time, but now it's very much a suburb of Washington, DC. So really unique in its history. Learned a lot about George Washington because his boyhood home is there. Obviously, there's a lot of conflict in the past about the Civil War. So I know a lot about that. Used to do a lot of fun afternoon teas at Martha Washington's house when I was a kid.
Wow.
And then we'd drive up to DC when we had guests in town. So history was just kind of shoved down my throat growing up. But I'm so grateful for it because the East Coast is so quaint and interesting and rich.
The history is so
it
rich
is.
over there. It's
It really is. Yeah.
Very interesting. I know we talked sushi. You love to eat sushi, but if you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, what's your go-to? What do you like to make if you're hosting a party?
If I am hosting a party, I love to make salsa, and I will show that recipe on air. But it is a family recipe. My aunt is from New Mexico, so she gave me the bones of the recipe, and then I've tweaked it a bit for myself. But I love to make a good chicken enchilada too. But that takes too long, so we might not have to. We might not have time to show that on the air. But that's a favorite dish of mine as well. And I do a little bit of Southern cooking, but I love to make soups and chilies. I do that a lot in the wintertime. So my freezer is stocked with 3 different soups that I've made from scratch right now. So just pull it out and
Defrost it and you're good to go?
Good to go.
All right. What's your political affiliation? Next question.
We are a neutral program here on TVA.
Okay. Boots. You like to wear boots.
I like to wear boots, and there's a secret. I used to have a massive collection of high heels, but I had knee surgery 2 years ago, and cowboy boots are a great option because you can dress them up or you can dress them down. So I've got a lot. I know it's quite a good collection.
Well, you came here from Park City. How long were you in Park City?
About 2 years in Park City.
Yeah.
So I've bounced around. Virginia, obviously, for growing up, college, a little bit post-college. That's where I cheered for the Washington Wizards. Then I moved to Nashville.
Did they do good? when you were
They
cheering for
did
them?
not.
They did not.
They're still kind of in
Had
the
nothing
same
to do
frame.
with your cheering,
I love
I'm
the
sure.
Wizards. I'm a loyal Wizards fan. Anytime I see somebody with the DC hat on, I have to say something to them. But did the Wizards, moved to Nashville, worked a little bit in the music industry on the business side of it, cheered for the Titans there. Then I moved to Los Angeles, pandemic happened, I moved to Park City, and now I'm here in Vail.
Cheered for the pandemic. Go COVID. Yay.
And now here we are.
And now here we are. Now traveling, you love to travel. Where is the place, your favorite destination so far?
So fun thing about me, I love everywhere that I go. I think everything is an experience, and it's just interesting. I wouldn't say there's somebody that I like to go back to every other time. I have friends, but I just love to experience different things, and I feel that way about a lot of things in my life. So I would say I love to live in the moment.
Right. Wherever your heart takes you, that's where we'll
Wherever
find you.
my heart takes me and wherever my people are.
Well, Kim, it's wonderful to get to know you a little bit more. And as the viewers get to know you as well, they can appreciate you more as you're here in front of the camera.
It's been fun to sit here and have the questions asked of me. I don't know how to respond in this.
You were so nervous. You were just so nervous. Like, what's he going to ask me? They were simple.
There's no telling what's going to come out of your mouth, Kevin.
What does MFI stand for? Magnetic face mask integration.
Oh, inside joke. We love to
love
talk about all of the products.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to do a plug, it's for Eyepieces of Vail. And that was a good one. We had a lot of fun there. But
And finish this sentence. It's all about the base.
it's all about the base.
That's right. Well, thank you, Kim, for joining me and allowing me to ask you the questions. Put you on the spot a little bit.
Oh, Kevin, I love the rapid fire 20 questions. I feel like we could probably do this for 2 hours worth of the show.
Well, now you know Kim. And we'll be back soon with a little more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Here at TV8, we get a lot of support for the community. We also like to support the community. One of our biggest supporters is Eyepieces of Vail. They've got 8 convenient locations around the valley and beyond, and they do such a wonderful job helping our visitors to the valley and those locals find that right eyewear that's going to match what their lifestyle is all about. Let's take a look at what Eyepieces of Vail has.
It's Kimberly here, and I'm standing in Eyepieces of Vail at the Bridge Street location with Tyler, who has been a staple with Eyepieces of Vail. Tyler, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. And what about you, Kimberly?
You know, I'm living. I'm out on the mountain. Can't hate. You know, we live a really great life here.
We do, yeah. I mean, a bad day really isn't a bad day, is it?
Yeah, we're not allowed to complain.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Speaking of which, so Eyepieces of Vail, you've been around for so many years. You've been a staple here, and you really just provide a wide variety of eyepieces and eyewear to people. So talk to me about what you offer.
For sure, yeah. So like you said, we've been a staple in the Valley. We're going on 40 years this year, which is super exciting. Like, what a tremendous accomplishment for the company, for the team. But what we offer at Eyepieces is a huge variety of eyewear, both sunglasses, prescription glasses, goggles, and then, you know, prescription sunglasses, prescription goggles, like you name it, we can do it. Doctor services even, so that way even if you don't have an updated prescription, we're happy to help out with that. I mean, the amount of service and you know, amenities that we provide is quite amazing.
Right? I would call it an eyepiece concierge.
There you go. We might have to steal that from you.
You're welcome to use it anytime. So we actually, speaking of variety, we've got a lot of different options here. So talk to me about what we see in front of us and you know, what you can offer.
For sure. Here, we'll start with the goggle side since we're at the goggle bar. Right here I have a great model from one of our favorite brands called Anon. This is such a cool, well thought out goggle. Anon was actually the company that came out with the magnetic interchange. So literally it's just off.
They're the trailblazers.
On, yeah. And it's finally catching on. But these guys were the originators. So the easiest thing to interchange comes with 2 lenses. They even took it a step further with this awesome technology called MFI, magnetic face mask integration. This is honestly one of my favorite things. The face mask magnetically integrates with the goggle, helps reduce fogging, keeps you warm and happy on those really cold days, and provides a little sun protection. I don't know about you, but I'm a little prone to some sunburn. Yep. You know, so that's a great option. And then, I mean, moving on to that, you know, if you need a goggle, but you also need prescription, we can easily do your goggles in prescription for you as well too.
Well, and that's what makes Eyepieces of Vail very unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's a really customized service you don't see in a lot of places. But I mean, for instance, all it takes is us just cutting your prescription and popping it in to this goggle or really any goggle behind us. You know, you got to see to ski. So that's like half your confidence right there.
So if you're coming to visit and you're not physically here in person, but you want to get the prescription lenses and you want to be able to do that, are you able to send your information in ahead of time?
Yes, exactly. We actually recommend that too. So if you're only here for a few days, if you kind of give us a heads up, a lot of the stuff we can have ready upon arrival for you. And then when you pick it up, you can also come in and peruse our excellent sunglasses and glasses options as well too.
Well, speaking of, you've got quite a selection here in front of me, and I am a sunglasses girl. I've got a massive collection of these, so it's hard not to just want to take all of them home. So tell me what we've got here in front of me.
For sure. We have 3 of kind of some of our favorite brands. This is just a little smattering of what we have, but you know, right in front of me here is a really cool brand that's all handmade in Japan called Dita. The details on these things are amazing. A lot of titanium work, really cool lenses as well too. You can see with a lot of cool different colors. And this is something we can always match in prescription, which is really cool. That's a service that you don't see very often.
So no matter the lens color, you can match them.
Pretty much, yeah. It might take us a little extra time, but if you like a lens color, we can make it for you.
Amazing. And so these are made out of titanium, you mentioned.
Yep, yeah, Japanese aerospace grade titanium, which is a mouthful. But these frames are built to last. They have a substantial quality to them, and they're just
in other words,
cool.
Very durable.
Yeah.
Great for the après scene. Maybe some spring skiing later on.
Yep. Yeah. Moving on, one of our favorite brands out of Germany. This brand is called Makita. If you like feather lightweight glasses, this is your brand. it's a super cool proprietary design. There's no screw or anything in that hinge.
Wow.
Everything's bent and folded into place. Nothing is welded, so it makes it very durable.
No,
If you're hard on your glasses, yeah, if you sit on them, they literally just pop right back. But amazing brand. We've had a relationship with these guys, you know, for maybe about 20 years now.
Wow.
Almost the entirety, I think, of
Half
their
the time
existence.
Vail has,
Yep.
Pieces of Vail has been in business.
So one of our staple brands, super requested, amazing product. You really can't go wrong with just about anything we have.
And what do we have here?
And then over here is something really special. This is a collection called Jacques Marie Mage. And everything here is actually numbered limited edition pieces.
Wow.
So it's really hard to get a hold of. There's only typically a couple hundred of each frame and each color. So not to be like a pushy salesman, but if you see it and you love it, you should buy it. Because if you come back and it's not here, I can't get it for you.
Are you allowed to say it might be your favorite pair? Is that what you have on right now?
It is what I have on. It's a personal favorite of mine, but the quality is amazing. You know, it's such a substantial feel. It's all handmade in Japan. It's a wonderful product, and like the second you kind of pick it up and feel it, you can notice a huge difference compared to like.
Gotta pick it up and feel it.
Yeah.
Wow, these are great. So it's almost like a work of art, you know, limited edition work of art.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Great stuff.
Really cool. Really cool. That's amazing. So Tyler, these are just a small selection. You know, we like to say we're an international ski town. You are an international eyepieces store with all of the variety and where your glasses come from all over the world. You really curate a unique and very cool and trendy collection here.
It is very well curated. We try and focus on smaller independent eyewear brands with a little mixture of, you know, name brand designers. But you're going to find something really cool and unique that you're probably not going to be able to find at home. You know, you said it's an international destination. This is an international collection. And it's cool too. Every store also has their own exclusive brands. So it's worth shopping around and visiting all of them.
That's a great way to get the people in. So speaking of stores, tell me the operating hours and what that looks like for you all.
Cool. Pretty much every store is going to be open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. during the winter. With the exception at Bridge Street here, we'll open at 8:30, right when the gondola opens as well, so that if you're needing to get out right in the morning, we're here to help you before you go out. And all locations, we have 8. So here at the top of Bridge Street is where we're at, closest retail location to the gondola. Village Center, across from Solaris, is where the doctor's offices are. Then we have our Sonnenalp Sport location just down the street from that. Lion's Head, if you find yourself over in Lion's Head Village. Beaver Creek, if you're skiing Beaver Creek for a day or if you're staying up there. And then Edwards, if you find yourself a little down valley as well. And then really cool as well, some of our newer stores down in Roaring Fork Valley. So you can find us at Willett Center next to Whole Foods. That's our newest store. It is gorgeous if you have not been. And then also at the Viceroy Hotel at the base of Snowmass. We have a little boutique there to service your needs if you find yourself over in Snowmass.
So you have no excuses.
No excuses not to come see at least one of our locations.
And you all are so wonderful here and how you just really provide a white glove service to your customers as they walk in. I was able to witness it earlier. So it's just really impressive what you do. And we thank you for the service that you've provided to the Vail Valley for 40 years.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, thanks for having us today. It was great to talk a little bit.
Now, stay tuned. If you want to get eyepieces of Vail, stop in, say hello to Tyler and the crew here, but they have so much to offer, and it's a great opportunity. We'll be right back for more.
Good morning, Vail.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look at that local weather. Getting up today, 22 degrees, a high today of 42. Going to be a nice day out there with light winds out of the west, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Vail by the hour shows that weather warming up around noon and kind of staying pretty late there. So the weather's going to be nice as you get out there and enjoy some of that magic on the slopes. Denver, 51 degrees, Vail, 42 in Avon, and 43 in Eagle. A low tonight of 16 degrees, leading us into the next 5-day where we're hoping to see a little bit of snowfall happen Thursday and Friday, but very mild temperatures overall, Kim.
They are, those percentages on the snowfall changed from 40% to 50%.
Yeah.
So.
Don't forget our 100% party that we're going to have.
100% party. I think we should get some balloons.
Yeah. Now let's go back. I asked you a question about your favorite actor. And typically, if you've got a family member, that's your go-to. You have a family member that's an actor.
I do.
Okay.
And I can't believe it. I'm sure if he watches that
Time
segment,
to redeem yourself.
It's true. My brother, Greg Perot, is my favorite actor. In fact, he has a new project that is dropping on April 7th on the Cowboy Way channel. He plays Deputy RP in the new show Blue Ridge. First season, so it should be a good one.
Well, thank you for sharing those questions with me and the viewers, and it was a great show. We will see you back tomorrow for more Good Morning Vail.
See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 9.